Hi, welcome. Thanks for joining me. On this episode of Build Your Own, we're going to build, price, and option a 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee Trailhawk, as well as learn about the features and other configurations. Before we do, however, I just want to remind you that if you find this build and price review helpful, informative, or entertaining, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. The 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee offers one of the most diverse lineups around for a midsize SUV. There's a wide array of trim levels suited for on or off-road performance, from the basic Laredo to the go nearly anywhere Trailhawk to the insane 707 horsepower Trackhawk. The Grand Cherokee should have your needs covered. Luxury and tech options are plentiful, and its towing power, especially when equipped with the optional 5.7-liter V8, is impressive for the class. But also know that the Grand Cherokee has gone 10 years without a major redesign. Jeep has done an admirable job of keeping its stalwart SUV modern and fairly competitive, but rivals such as the Honda Passport, Hyundai Santa Fe, and Volkswagen Atlas Cross Sport have significantly more modern and spacious interiors, even if they can't match the Grand Cherokee's expansive mix of models. The 5-passenger 2021 Grand Cherokee is available in 7 trim levels: Laredo, Limited, Trailhawk, Overland, Summit, SRT, and Trackhawk. Most Grand Cherokees are available with either rear or four-wheel drive, with the exception of the SRT and the Trailhawk. Those trims come standard with performance-oriented all-wheel drive systems. All Grand Cherokees have an 8-speed automatic transmission. With so many available trims to choose from, the Grand Cherokee is easy to tailor to your preferences. I think the mid-level Trailhawk offers the best mix of maximum off-road capability and sufficient creature comforts. As a bonus, the beefy 5.7-liter V8 engine is available should you also want to tow the occasional trailer. Okay, let's jump into this build and price review of the 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee. We are going to build and price the Trailhawk. But real quick, before we get started, I just want to remind you to take a look at some of my other related build and price reviews. I've put links down in the description below. During the intro, I mentioned 3 competitors of the Grand Cherokee. I mentioned the Honda Passport, the Hyundai Santa Fe, and the Volkswagen Atlas Cross Sport. Well, I've done build and price reviews of all 3. I did a 2019 Honda Passport EXL. I did a build and price of that vehicle. Here's the thing. There hasn't been many changes between the 2019 Honda Passport and the 2021. The only difference is now all of them have an 8-inch touchscreen, and Apple CarPlay and Android Auto is standard. In 2020, they didn't make many changes because they just redesigned it in 2019. So if you're interested in the Honda Passport, my video on the 2019 Honda Passport is still very relevant, although I will be doing the 2021 shortly. I also did the 2021 Hyundai Santa Fe Calligraphy. I actually just did that, and that is a very nice SUV, and you need to take a look at that one. That is a very nice SUV. I also did the Volkswagen Atlas Cross Sport. I did the 2020 version of the Volkswagen Atlas Cross Sport. And then also, I just remembered, I actually did a build and price review of the 2019 Jeep Grand Cherokee Trailhawk, and I did it with a V8 engine, like I was just talking about, if you want to do some more towing. Although today we're going to do it with just its base engine, but if you're interested in one with a V8, I have that video, and the link is also down in the description below. So after you watch this video, make sure you check out 1 or 2 of those other videos as well. So let's take a deeper look at these trim levels. There seems to be like 10 trim levels. I said 7, but there seems to be 10 trim levels. Here's your base model Laredo. So they'll have a couple of Laredos, and that's how they're getting these extra trim levels. There's a Laredo E. This is your base model. It's $34,220. There's a Laredo X. It's $37,765. Then you move up to the Limited, and these are all in 4x2. You can also obviously select these in 4-wheel drive. There's a Grand Cherokee Limited, and the base model, because they all come standard, is 4x2. It gives you $40,420 for your starting MSRP there. Then they've got an anniversary edition for $42,600. And then here's the Trailhawk. We're going to build and price the Trailhawk today on the channel. It comes standard with 4-wheel drive, and it has a starting MSRP of $45,620. They say some of the highlights of the Trailhawk is a rugged body style, a single-pane power sunroof, the Quadra Drive 2 4x4 system, the all-wheel drive with electronic limited slip rear differential, and then the Uconnect 4C nav with an 8.4-inch touchscreen. You can pinch, you can zoom. You got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and premium navigation. Moving on up from that, you have the Grand Cherokee Overland, starting at $45,960. And then you have a high altitude Grand Cherokee that starts at just under $50,000 at $49,905. Then you have the Summit, which I didn't mention in the overview. There's also the Summit, and it starts at $53,310. So there are a lot of trim levels of Cherokee. So you can get one that's very, very, very nice, because you can be sure that the Summit, the high altitude, and the Overland, that's when things start getting really, really nice in terms of leather and things like that. Here you've got the SRT. This is your, if you want to do the high horsepower stuff, you're into the big power. Here's your SRT. It comes standard with four-wheel drive. It's just under $70,000. A lot of money for a Jeep, you know, because it's still going to have the same basic interior as your base model. But anyway, it's $69,410. And then at the top of that tier, you've got the 707 horsepower Trackhawk, and it's $87,915. So we can check out the exterior colors of the 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee, specifically our Trailhawk here. And here we're seeing it, well, we're getting a little 360 spin around of the exterior, but we're looking at this color in Redline 2. That's the name of this color. Another color is bright white. Let me spin it this way so we can actually see it. Can you see that? Yeah, bright white. We have the green metallic. Here is the velvet red pearl coat. Here's the slate blue. And then this color here is the billet silver. We've got the sting gray. Let me turn it around. There you go. There's the sting gray. It keeps always pointing back to silver or center, which is annoying. Then you got the granite crystal metallic. That's not bad. And of course you got black, right? You got your standard black there, and I guess you can't really go wrong. There's your standard black. And again, like I said, the Trailhawk comes standard in four-wheel drive. It's $45,620. So before we actually build and price it, we can check out the wheels. Before we build and price it, we're going to go check out all the features of the Grand Cherokee. We can check out exterior features, interior features, performance features, technology, all that stuff. So we're going to go learn about all the features. Here's the wheels. They're one set, 18-inch by 8 off-road aluminum wheels. So yeah, we'll check out all the features, and then we'll do our build and price. So let's go. But let's start off with at the gallery. Let's go check out the gallery real fast. All right, so here we are at the gallery images. I used a couple of these in the intro, like we took a look at this one. We're not going to look at the details. Here they kind of give you some little details of each slide. We're not going to worry about that because we're going to be checking out the features, so that information is going to be redundant on some level. Here's a nice shot of one. I guess we'll just slide through these without worrying about letting down that little slider, although it blocks a lot of the pictures. This is a nice interior right here. The Summit, see, the Summit's got a very nice interior. They try to do the diamond stitching. You know, you're starting to, all they're really doing is trying to fancy up your basic Jeep. And like I said, the thing goes up to $87,000, but it's going to share a lot of componentry with the base model. And that just doesn't fly for me. It just doesn't fly for me. I think the Jeep is nice, but boy, I'll probably have to be tapped out after, say, a Trailhawk. After that, I think they just get too expensive. They can tow up to 7,200 pounds, however, and that's going to be with the right equipped V8 engine. All right. Okay, so we went over the gallery. We kind of did a light overview. Now let's jump into the specific features of the 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee. They've got a few categories. Here they've got exterior features. If you're looking at the top up here with me, exterior features, interior, capability, performance, technology, safety and security, and then they talk about their limited editions, a few limited edition models that they have. So first off, of course, we're talking about the exterior here, and they're talking about the Grand Cherokee has available premium lighting group that gives you automatic high beam headlamps, bi-xenon high intensity discharge headlamps. Everybody's really moved on to LED, mind you. Bi-xenon sounds nice, but that's an old light technology. Everybody's moved to LED headlights. You got LED fog lights, however, and you get LED daytime running lights, but no LED lights. And that's what I'm talking about. You're going to pay 80 at the top of the tier. They're asking $87,000, so basically a $90,000 SUV, and it's got a lot of older technology on it. Like I said, they haven't redesigned this since it's been 10 years. It's long in the tooth is what I mean. Here they're not really saying any much. So they're not saying much. They're just showing all their models that you can get them from ultra premium to rugged off-road. So it just depends on what you want. A very luxurious Grand Cherokee or a hardcore off-roader, they've got you covered. Here, the Grand Cherokee has a lot of different wheel options, but it's going to depend on what model you have. For instance, these are the wheels that come on the Summit. These are some available wheels that are available on the Summit as a package. These wheels are looks to be standard on the Overland and available on the Limited. Now, where are we at? We want to find our Trailhawk wheels. Where are our Trailhawk wheels at? Our Trailhawk wheels, here they are, standard. They're 18-inch wheels. Why? Because it's more of an off-roader. So the off-roaders aren't going to have as big of a wheel entire package. So yeah, these are the wheels that are standard on the Trailhawk. If there are some available wheel options for the Trailhawk, we'll figure that out when we actually get to the build and price, and we'll be there shortly. So let's move on. They actually really don't have a lot to say about the Jeep Grand Cherokee. Yeah, they have all these different pages on interior and exterior, but because the vehicle's been around for 10 years, they don't really have much to say. Here they're talking about the dual pane panoramic sunroof that's an option, and the Alpine premium audio system, 12 speaker. I'm sorry, not 12 speakers. It's got 500 watts, and they don't say how many speakers actually. Here they're talking about a few trim levels here. They're talking about the Overland, and this is the one that's super luxurious. It's got Napa leather, ventilated front seats, dual pane. It's got that dual pane panoramic sunroof. It's got the Alpine audio system. It's got all those goodies there. So you've got like the the Overland, and then the Summit is their most luxurious vehicle. If they say it is the most luxurious vehicle in the class, it's got the Harman Kardon sound system, diamond quilted pattern on the seats, heated steering wheel, open pore wood, Laguna leather. So yeah, I mean, they're trying really hard. They are. But you know, it's still at the end of the day, you got your same plastic dashboard and things like that. It's just a lot of money to pay. I mean, by the time I'm getting to $50,000, $60,000, I might be considering other makes and models. Anyway, Trackhawk, one of your fast ones here. And it's ready to go, hit the road. It's racing inspired interior, flat bottom steering wheel. It too gets Laguna leather interior. It has launch control. It's got the Dodge performance. Let's get it right. I mean, Jeep is Dodge and it's Chrysler. They're all one and the same. And so it has the Dodge performance pages, but of course they don't call it that in this particular configuration. Here they're talking about that Harman Kardon audio system. It's got a 10-inch subwoofer and 19-inch speakers. Here, I guess we could check out different leathers and the interior options so we can find out what kind of seats and materials we can get it in. So we can get the ventilated Napa leather trim and suede for our Trailhawk, and that's what this looks like right here. So we can get it with Napa leather and suede in inserts. We can see the suede down the center. I'm not really a fan of the suede, and I'm always curious, how will the suede wear over time? So I think I'd rather option the fully ventilated leather seats with no suede insert. And I think these seats in this trim look way better. So you got a couple of options with the Trailhawk. Both leather, but you know, you either got the suede inserts or the all leather option there. All right, let's talk about capability, right? We know you can tow up to 7,200 pounds. Yeah, best in class towing for the 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee. And then they talk about the available class exclusive. Well, yeah, it's class exclusive because nobody else calls it Quadra-Lift air suspension. But you got a class exclusive air suspension that gives you, it's trail rated. It gives you more ground clearance and all that. I do like that. That is pretty cool. What else do we have here? They're just talking about the four-wheel drive system. And that's it. They talk about how it comes equipped with the Trailhawk. Here's a shot of the Trailhawk there. And here are some of those features of the Trailhawk, like red tow hooks. You've got the skid plates so you don't bang up things underneath. You've got all-terrain tires on those 18-inch wheels. And then, of course, you've got the all-wheel drive, the Quadra Drive 2. Now, they don't say anything about that air suspension. I don't know if that's an option. I don't know if that's standard. We'll figure that out specifically when we get to the build-in price. Then, of course, you know, Jeeps have this trail-rated badge, and it signifies exceptional capability under a variety of weather and road conditions. You know, I like the Land Rovers and the Range Rovers, and I often say that, to me, I think the Jeeps, as far as that, I don't know if they're as tough as a Land Rover or a Range Rover off-road, but I think that they're really close. So if you want something that's really, really off-roading, but you don't want to spend the money of a Land Rover and a Range Rover, Jeep's a good way to go. Here's some features they're talking about. the traction, available 4x4 systems, the water fording. You can go up through 20 inches of water. It's got exceptional maneuverability, great articulation of the suspension to go over obstacles, and good ground clearance. You got 10.8 inches of ground clearance. Okay, engines. So our base engine is going to be this 3.6 liter Pentastar V6. And I think today we're going to do our Trailhawk with the V6 versus the V8. I did the 2019 Trailhawk with a V8 engine. So with the V6 you can tow, you're only down 1,000 pounds on towing, or I mean 1,300 pounds on towing. I mean for most people, 6,200 pounds of towing capacity is probably going to work. 295 horsepower, 260 pound-feet of torque, 19 city, 26 highway for fuel economy. I think that's good. But then here you got the Hemi, 360 horsepower, 390 pound-feet of torque, 7,200 pound towing capacity. So just an extra 1,000, right? It's not much. It's not much. The SRT engine, 475 horse, 470 torque, 7,200 towing capacity. And it's going to be the same way with the 6.2 liter. So really, if you really want to tow, you're not really missing much on the V6. The V6 is only down 1,000 pounds on towing. All right, here we are on the performance tab. I figured the engines would be under the performance tab, but it's not. Here they're talking about, they're really kind of talking about performance now, because here they're just talking about the Trackhawk, how it does 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds. And it's got the supercharged V8 engine, and it's got the Brembo brakes on it, and all that. And then they talk about the Grand Cherokee SRT with the 475 horsepower. So they got two high horsepower, 475 or 707 horsepower. Both with nice big Brembo brakes. Here they're telling you some specific details about the performance models. You get launch control, you get an active on-demand four-wheel drive system, and you get those performance pages, right? And so, yeah, I guess that's everything on performance. Let's go check out the technology features next. All right, here we are with technology features for the Grand Cherokee. I told you 8.4-inch touchscreen, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, all that stuff is standard. There we go. We can take a look at that. Here they're talking about some smart tech. Available SiriusXM Guardian helps you do things like what? Remote vehicle start, vehicle finder, vehicle health report, send and go, so you can look up destinations and then send those to the car's navigation system. And then you got SOS, so you can get roadside assistance and help for first responders and stuff like that. The Jeep offers the skill for Amazon Alexa. I always say I'm not into any of that stuff, but you might be, so there it is. Here's a available 4G Wi-Fi hotspot. I don't know why you'd be into that, because that's just an extra payment, and your phone may very well have a hotspot, and then you could be doing exactly that without having an extra bill. Okay, last but not least, not last but not least, because we'll check out the limited editions real quick too. Let's just see what they have for safety tech. What are they talking about here? They're talking about the Pro Tech. This is standard on all Grand Cherokee models. It gives you stuff like blind spot monitoring, with rear cross path detection. So you get your blind zones, you get a rear park assist, you get a rear backup camera, things like this. Now this is the Pro Tech 2 package that's available on the Laredo and the Laredo X. So you're going to get some more advanced safety features. And then on your top tier Trackhawk, oh, this is on the Trailhawk too. The Pro Tech 2 is also on the Trailhawk, and this gives you active braking, lane keeping assist, parallel and perpendicular parking, rain sensing wipers, full speed for collision warning. So yeah, so the Trailhawk gets all these standard features of the Pro Tech 1 and these specific Pro Tech 2 features here. Okay, here they're talking about the 70 standard and available safety features. Here they're talking about you got 7 airbags. Here they're showing the steel structure and your crumple zones and all of that. Okay, we're down at that page. Let's just go check out the special models, the limited editions real fast, and then we'll do the build. Well, that's real simple. See, so there's the 80th anniversary edition, and then there's a high altitude. So those are 2 special models here. All right, let's click this yellow tab and do the build. Okay, so let's pick our model. Where is it at? Trailhawk, there it is. Starting MSRP. That's why I don't get into prices, because the manufacturer's always changing prices around, especially American manufacturers. So yeah, the MSRP was $45,620. Here they're showing a special pricing. At any rate, let's click build. Wow, are you kidding me? I guess white is the only no-cost paint option. Every other paint color is going to cost you $245, which I think is ridiculous. Ridiculous. And I'm not crazy about any of these colors. And so based on that, we're just going to leave it at white. We're just going to leave it at white because I'm not crazy about it. You got Rock Rails by Mopar. What does that look like? Oh, rock rails. That's down here. Can we see a picture of the rock rails? No. But I guess that's going to help. Oh, details. There it is. Available rock rails, so that way you don't bust up your rocker panels down there. That's cool. Wheels. You only got one set of wheels. Fine. Tires. One set of tires. Fine. Your interior. We already know that I want the all leather seats. It says it requires additional selections. We have to add the Trackhawk Luxury Group. And what is the Trackhawk Luxury Group? I guess we'll kind of try to get through those details when they show us. It gives us what? And then we have the 4C nav with the 8.4-inch touchscreen. That's standard. Packages. Oh, here's the luxury group. So the panoramic sunroof, rain sensing wipers, the leather seats. Yeah, got that. The Protect 2. I thought. Oh, that makes it an option for the Protect 2 for all these other safety features like rain sensing wipers. Lane departure warning, parallel and perpendicular parking. Seems like they put the good ones in with the Protect 1 package. You know what? I'm going to skip the Protect 2 package because we're already at $45,000, and I just don't think this is a $50,000 vehicle. Though, you know what? I really would want the safety stuff. I really would want the safety stuff. Let's get that. Wow, you got to pay extra to get the bi-xenon lights, and everybody's moved on to LED. You got to pay $795 for that. Otherwise, what do you get? Candles? All right, let me just get those. I don't need the rear DVD system. The powertrain, we're going to stick with the V6. You get the 8-speed automatic transmission, the normal duty suspension with increased travel. We don't need an engine block heater. So here we are down at the summary. And it would cost $51,000 without that little special pricing. And to me, it's just not a $50,000 vehicle. I'm sorry. It's just not. I don't mind the Jeep. It's not bad looking, but yeah, it's kind of spendy. And at that price point, I'm going to be looking at other things. I'm not really into the Hyundais and all that, but that Hyundai Santa Fe Calligraphy model that I did is super nice, and it's about $2,000, about $4,000. It was $42,000 and change, or $43,000, and it's really nice. Not going to have the off-road prowess of this Trailhawk, but it's very nice. On that note, though, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. If you found this review of the 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee Trailhawk helpful, informative, or entertaining, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Other than that, I'm going to tell you to have a wonderful day, and I will see you on the very next video.